Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin now. Governor Palin is a former vice presidential candidate and a Fox News contributor. Governor Palin, good evening to you. Your reaction to the news tonight.
Hi, Megan and Brett. Yeah, relative to the other primaries, these are pretty large numbers for Governor Romney. That's a big win for him. $17 million, spent in one state. That purchased a lot of darts and arrows that were flown in one direction, and then a lot of darts and arrows were flown back. And, a lot of that negativity sure didn't paint the party and the cause in very attractive colors. I think that hurts the electorate ultimately. It diminishes the energy that's needed to head into a general. So hopefully, from henceforth, everybody will start really focusing on what's important to debate as we go forward.
Governor, you talked about how you believe that the establishment was attacking Newt Gingrich, trying to crucify him. Those were your words. Do you feel that that's what led to his second place finish tonight? And do you think, you talk about the arrows going both ways, do you think it also happened to Mitt Romney?
I think that with, again, $17 million purchasing ads and in some respects some false narrative, it was very, very difficult for Newt Gingrich and the other candidates to counter just that bombardment of advertisements and the typical campaigning that seems to be going on in this primary. When a bell is rung, it's really tough to unring that bell, no matter how many surrogates that you have out there speaking for you. So yeah, I think that added to a process that thus far hasn't been, again, very attractive to the electorate. It unfortunately is what keeps good people from wanting to run for office and maybe being engaged in their own government process of electing our leaders.
Governor Palin, good evening. I wanted to ask you, Governor Romney just finished up his speech in which he said, quote, "I stand ready to lead this party and this nation." Do you believe that to be true?
I believe that is what his mission is. That's every candidate's mission, Brett. And what Governor Romney needs to do from henceforth in discussing and in debating against these other candidates is talk about the important things like, why are we facing again a $1.1 trillion deficit, the fourth of that magnitude in a row? Why are we facing these enormous costs of Obamacare once that they get implemented, how that's going to affect our economy and our small businesses? I want Governor Romney and others to start really talking, debating the solutions to problems that we face when we hear rumors about, for the first time in history, perhaps our oil trades aren't going to be used with U.S. dollars, how that devalues our currency and how it makes us more reliant on foreign energy sources. How, as Romney did allude to a bit, how this newly waged war on religious freedoms that President Obama has now engaged in, how that erodes our foundation and does adversely affect our religious liberties, how all these important things that normal, everyday, average Americans are affected by, we want to hear that. We don't want to hear all the nitpicking.
Governor Palin, you said in South Carolina, if I was a resident there, I would vote for Newt Gingrich. You said in Florida, if I was a resident in Florida, I would vote for Newt Gingrich. If you were in the Nevada caucuses and you lived in Las Vegas, who would you vote for?
Whomever it is to allow the process to continue. I still say competition breeds success for the U.S., and that's what we need in this debate. As it stands, obviously, it's Romney and Newt who are closest to being the front-running candidate. So I would continue to vote for whomever it is to allow the process, and at this point it looks like it still is Newt. You've got to continue to kind of even the playing field with your vote, and even the playing field allows that additional vetting, that additional information about candidates and their ideals and their goals for this nation and how they're going to reach these goals for our nation. It allows it all to continue.
Governor Palin, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.